used to getting at least one side of the bridge due to the fact that they drop in Pine On, right? It's so close. But rotation on Sandhawk, so Nova's going to have to improvise a little bit now, in my opinion.
See if they can come up with the goods. Power taking a knee towards Godlike Stalwart, which is...
Because if it goes up to the north, they're put in a tough spot. Yeah, this circle is a doozy for sure. You know, the Knights are in a good spot. Alpha 7!
Oh!
They were on an absolute tear game number 1, put up a strong fight game number 2 against Nova, and just like that, 2 down to a nade. Skylights Gaming, an unlikely contender to be the ones to take down Alpha 7, looking like they will in Alpha 7 early here on Sandhawk.
But this is one of the teams that is now unburdened by the tables, right? This is a team on 142 points, no one really pushing up from underneath, nowhere really they can go up top. So they can just go for these plays and try and make it work. Skylights Gaming, hang on a minute, Frozen's in the mix of it. Somehow, a little bit of a third party coming through from Nova up the top of the hill. I mean, it's the power of this hill to the east, right? Can they use that control? Skylights Gaming will have to learn to share. We'll be locked into this engagement. It's not ideal. I feel like Skylights would have gone for this push.
Oh, wow.
Had nothing happen. A nade through from Carrillo actually keeps them going. 2 players from Alpha 7. Another one to try and get the flush.
And just win the fight.
I'm looking at some rotations coming through now as well. Ooh, Carrillo gets spotted. That might be it for Alpha 7. We'll have to wait and see. Vampire have left that northwest island. They've managed to get over to the coast near boot camp. A little bit of a pre-fire. Takes down Alpha 7. The last player will fall. AJ can get res, so... We've seen stranger things happen, though. Godlike Stalwart now 1 point behind when you add in the eliminations. From second, impressed. They have been here to play.
Weren't they 8th at the start of the day? 7th or 8th?
They might have been.
Yeah, somewhere down there, like barely hovering. I don't know if he'll be able to get that confirmation, but Nova playing a 1-1-2 split. 2 at the compound south of the hill, 1 at the top of the hill, and then 1
out to the west of this engagement. Godlike Stalwart currently controlling boot camp. And that river crossing out to the west of it still a little bit fraught with danger. Kitsune from HVVP is trying to make a cross right now, actually making it to the cliffs underneath boot camp. And the other pair from HVVP just providing a little bit of oversight. Next circle is going to pop. It goes down south, but it stays on that eastern island.
The bridge still in zone. Bacon Time Damwon Gaming 1 million. Multiple teams, HVDP as well. And on the northeast side here, we finally have a fight breaking out. Both of these teams need to move in. They're going to take the fight with each other, and that's good for EVOS. 2 duds in a row when they just saw Paraboy taking sightlines on the southern bridge. Here comes the push now for the Knights. They have to push in as they do lose some of the circle. They know they got to make this push eventually, and to do it now. It's a 3v3, I believe, as one of Inko is down. Xenox gets the heal off. If they could get this revive onto spec, it'll be a 4v3. They need to do this quick, though, because Damwon Gaming coming in on their backside.
This is a very important fight for Inko to try and hold out on. They've lost a player. That'll take the wind out of their sails a little bit. Shot through the window from Coops, but takes a lot of damage, and the final blow from a nade from Squash. Inko are moving in, looking good. Damwon, as you say, they are pressuring in this entire time, but there is still a lot to do. Squash falls down, gets flushed, and the Pittsburgh Knights playing with these shotguns. This meta is so brutal in these close-range engagements. And they just need to try and hold it on, but with 2 players left, they might have EVOS biting at their heels, falling down here.
Damwon Gaming pushing across the river now, getting involved. The Knights feel the pressure. They're just going to go ahead and go forwards and take the 2v2 instead of worrying about Damwon down to the 1v1. Oh, no. They'll clutch it up, but Damwon Gaming coming in strong here. Unless if Tensa pulls out some insane clutch, this should be the end for the Knights. The Knights will pick up 4 elimination points, however. Nades raining in, multiple angles being taken. It is not looking good for the Knights. Damwon Gaming coming in strong here, picking up 3 eliminations.
And HVVP lose the tiebreaker. They've only had 1 chicken dinner this
split, as always. It seems like Nova just understand the map dynamics so well, and just understanding other teams, what they could get away with in terms of playing split. Evo's taking the fight with Skylight Stalwarts. One of them is knocked. That nade might knock a player, or at least do some massive damage. Microboy tosses it. Will he get it? No, throws it towards the wrong tree. Lappart is down. Only 2 of Evo's is up. Star Wars Esports could get the full reset and then take the fight to Evos once again and eliminate them here with numbers advantage.
Although potentially it's even HVVP that drops down to third after this game.
Oh yeah, imagine. Yeah, Nova's in a great spot to get a lot of points. Star Wars only need, like you said, or Star Wars actually did pass them up.
They've done it.
Yeah, with the tiebreaker and chicken dinner. Nova can't lose Jimmy here though. Or have an isolated push. All the other teams have to fight each other on the way in. Hopefully Nova is able to recognize that with the way the circle shifted. It could get dicey though. That hilltop, just one little slip up, one little, angle that you're not cautious of from distance because everybody's looking your way and the whole defense can fall apart.
Bacon time, 2 knocks. Down 1 want to try and move over that way. Bring it home, but 1 knock will stick over towards Bacon time. Damage being found, nades being thrown on in at the moment. Down 1 have the inside trap, but Forrest gets knocked to a nice nade being thrown back in from Bacon time. They've been sticking this res the whole time. The shots aren't quite landing. Hang on a minute, there's something going on the bottom left of my screen as well as Godlike Stalwart taking on Evos will be able to pick it up, and with that they are fully in the lead now. HVVP have been dethroned. 5 eliminations on the cards. They should be able to look for that res, but they're right on the outside. We'll have to move up the east ridge.
Yeah, just like that, because Evos was taken out, Nova have to worry about an isolated team on the east pushing in and Vampire now on the northwest. So Nova gets the zones, but it's going to be difficult for them for multiple teams pushing in. And Star Wars Esports, they're going to pick up more eliminations from down the sidelines onto 1 million. 7 eliminations now for Godlike Stalwarts.
Nova are taking shots though as Jimmy finally gets a sightline onto Godlike Stalwart on the east side of the circle. Down 1 still embroiled on this southwest edge. Lutz is just keeping his head down. So close to Jimmy for so long. Jimmy's been taking shots. Lutz is just vibing on the tree. Godlike Stalwart are going to push straight past this, and Lutz is going to go down if Jimmy doesn't hold off Godlike Stalwart.
There's a chance Lutz might actually pop up, take Jimmy, confirm the point, and then go out. This is going to be really tricky. Lutz looks over this way. No, neither team knows of Lutz's position, and gets found out.
They have to take a back seat. Down 1 going hell for leather against Bacon time right now. Both teams towards the middle of the tables, and it's bloody all over.
Wow.
Down 1 just with Fabian left. A nade over the top. That could be beautiful. It's got to take down noise on the back. Brings Ormstyle very, very low. Ice is low as well. Another cook. Is it good? It goes a little bit long and will not find the damage. Fabian falls, and Down 1 will once more take the knee. Shirty is down, but they're on the edge of the circle. They might just have the cover to go for a res. Godlike Stalwart, potential to go down to Nova here. They've been on a warpath so far, and it might just be a little bit too much. The DBS shots ringing out. Top in the grass will be the final one to fall, and it's only Frozen who's answered towards. You do Alliance as well.
Oh my god.
Over a run for the money, and it's 8 eliminations, just like that. Lickety split, only Vampire to deal with.
Nova looking so good, but Vampire has 4. They need to get a revive onto Frozen still. Bacon Style down to 1, so they can't stall off Vampire for that much longer. And Vampire, they know they're 4 up. They just heard the giant fight that Nova had. They're going to try and push this advantage. Paraboy needs to get an opening knock to slow things down so Frozen can get a revive. He doesn't just get an opening knock, he gets 2!
Both Fluke and Schweppes fall. Ravenclaw and Stoned active for Vampire right now. It looks like they are going to leave Stoned back. Look for some reses. Paraboy in the meantime. Moving over to deal with Bacon time. No first aid, so we'll just be relying on this gun skill here. Has a bandage though. Might top himself a little bit up on the health bars. Stoned being allowed to get these reses. Stim is there. Alm style for Bacon time. Crawling up to the rock now, as Paraboy will be his marshal to keep control of him. He goes down. It's so unfortunate for Nova's position. Ormstyle, can he get taken out? He can. Vampire, in the meantime, get back up to 4.
Yeah, Nova didn't do the push because they have the position. They know the circle's going in on them on the high ground, but with Paraboy going down, things could change. 1 down for Vampire, though. The order goes down, however, 2v3 situation, John.
Jimmy from down low and Frozen on the off angle. Can Jimmy hold it out? 1 falls to his barrel. The next is up is Schweppes. Fluke jumps over from the top rope.
Oh my god, Jimmy!
Up for Nova to keep them in the top. They will hold the top of the mountain, and they
啱 still 被放倒， Order 站在凉亭之上，那么 VPE 那边也趁此机会扶起了人。
这边有一个高点的优势，
一颗火
猴子放倒了一个人，
Order
翻出来想火力输出。
这个很正常，那颗火会蔓延的，他不翻出去也得吃火。
是的，
居民
看一下居民能不能顶住。
在近点 ，Frozen 在后点架
打倒一
枪，
个，
直接
后面还有对面跳
一
墙
波。扫射。哇，这波居民是直接展现了自己绝对有着突击位的实力和水平的。
是的，
Order who? It's time for the Jimmy show. Jimmy, the close range clutch player coming in this time. Order didn't even need to get involved in that fight. And once again, look at how calm and reserved they are.
Good stuff right now.
I will say, they kind of got the circles there, but still. It's no.
True. True.
And just like that, the back-to-back champions, when it matters most, get back-to-back chicken dinners. 27 total points on this store. You know they're in that one. But let's take a look at the overall rankings and...
Ooh.
Hello.
Okay.
Hello.
You know what? We'll be able to see what happened with Inko in a second because we got to talk about the fact that 3 games in a row Nova decides to dominate and now they're back. They are at the top where everybody kind of assumed they would be. They're very closely by Vampire after that performance.
Remember earlier that when I told you that HVP could slightly just